Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey, what's up, TGIF? How is it? Friday already? Really? Oh my God. Good job. So we did a week at Ho. With that said, I should probably just, cushion it for my regulars. Hi, Nicole. Yeah, we'll see if I come back next week. I might have to do every other week because I am simultaneously juggling a return to A Course in Miracles on my YouTube channel, Sadie Marie Cherico. And I just want to make sure I'm progressing in both arenas. This is definitely a fun arena. Today we're going to pick a pile. We're going to pick a number. There is an eclectic mix of cards today. I can't wait to tell you about them. I have lavender and lemongrass here for all of us today. I just pulled 2 cards to set a little, I don't know. I just wanted to see which ones were kind of for me. And I love that it was lemongrass because it says, I do not lower myself to the level of slithering snakes, but rather reinforce my warding against them with self-love and forgiveness. So I'm constantly working on forgiveness. The universe is constantly giving me lots of practice. Self-love, is it always and forever going to be an issue, or can I finally start 100% in? I'm 90% in a lot of the days, but it would just be nice to never have those stupid moments, you know what I mean? Where jealousy creeps in, or what the fuckness creeps in, or insecurity creeps in, or I don't know, 100% self-love. And when we can practice self-love, we keep our vibe high. We don't lower ourselves to slithering snakes. Forgiveness keeps us out of that grass. And then lemongrass also came in with lavender, which is all about serenity and femininity and calm. And, sometimes that's where that self-love gets challenged, because I know myself, there's so many ideals and expectations and standards on what it means to be a woman and beautiful. And, it compromises our femininity, or it questions it. Or sometimes you're act overly feminine because you don't feel you can have a masculine side too. It's real weird. It's real weird how the lavender works into self-love. But the lavender card is all about transcending all of that bullshit, kind of what the trees were guiding us towards yesterday. In stillness, I can hear my higher self telling me that stress is an illusion that I can let go of whenever I choose. So they use the word stress, but think about the stuff that does stress you out. Slithering snakes, low self-worth, resentment, forgiveness. It's whatever you have that stress in your life, your higher self is yeah, it don't matter what it is. It's all an illusion, and you can choose to let go of it whenever you want. All right, so anyways, I just had lavender and lemongrass out here. They're real awesome ladies. Lavender's giving herself a hug, eyes closed. She almost looks like a porcupine. Lemongrass is holding out a floating mandala in her hand of lemongrass chunks. And you can see this spiral in it, and really focused on balance and, real interesting. Now, the personal interesting thing is lemongrass can also be about backstabbers in your life. And I still have that theme playing out in my life. And it would lead to the flip side of lavender, which would be discord and agitation and depression. So yeah, it does make me feel vulnerable, but like it's good practice not slipping into victimhood, which is my big thing right now. Stepping into wanting just to know that, all this is just illusion and we are here for source. All right, running at the mouth. What do you do for a living? I run at the mouth. How about you? So while I was running at the mouth, I was shuffling the number deck, and our first pile of cards is number 58. I didn't even tell you what awesome cards are in there, so I guess I'll get to that when I get to that. But our first number for you to pick from is 58. Our middle pile is, oh man, it's hard to tell. I think it's 96. Like you flip it up, it looks like, oh wait, it's 96 either way. Wait, how does that work? So whether I'm looking at it this way, it's 96, or that way, it's 96. Weird. For some reason, I thought it would be like a different number upside down. All right, so that's how smart I am today. Let's get a number for our third pile. So we haven't done a pick a pile in a while. Pick a pile in a while. And our third pile is 89. Interesting numbers today. So 58, 96, and 89. We've got the first number with like a purpley magenta color border, if you're more into colors and numbers. The middle one's like a grayish color, and then yellow for 89. So 58, 96, or 89. Do any of those numbers stand out more than the other? If so, maybe go with that pile. Like for instance, like 96, I didn't think of it in the first 30 seconds, but now 1996, that's when I graduated. Yeah. Yep. So let's see what else we can do here. 58, our first pile is 58. 5 plus 8 is 13. So we've got like a good goddess number going on there. If you want to reduce it down again, it's a 4. It's angelic. Okay, 96, our middle pile. 9 plus 6 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. So a lot of little love, compassion, heart shit. That might be my pile. And then our third pile is 89. 8 plus 9 is 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. Eternity. What do you think of when you think of the letter 8? I just think of like eternity all the damn time. Infinite. Maybe that's like next level shit. If you're like already doing good, maybe go with the third pile. If you're still working on loving yourself, go with the middle pile. And if you're trying, what was that? Oh, yeah, the first one's good too. I can't tell you which pile to pick. You choose. You choose what pile you want. 58, 96, or 89. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our cool herb of the week, catnip. I love life. I appreciate everything about this moment, even the contrast. I invite it all to be my teacher. My mind is open to learn and observe with innocence. I communicate through my heart and give birth to magical partnerships. I love life. I appreciate everything about this moment, even the contrast. I invite it all to be my teacher. My mind is open to learn and observe with innocence. I communicate through my heart and give birth to magical partnerships. And so it is. All right, so I was like trying to influence you way too freaking much with picking your number. Like, it's your number, honey. You choose whatever one you want. So again, your choices are 58, 96, or 89. And yes, and yes, you're allowed to just hang out and listen to all of it and see what synchronistic messages come in through me for you. Okie doke. So you got like a ton of cards today. I'm not even sure how to put these. Did I mention this week how I hate my fucking desk? All right, I still feel like it's just not big enough. Even though it's the same desk I've been using for this podcast since I started this podcast, it's suddenly not big enough anymore. All right. Not sure what that's all about. I also have an odd number of cards, so they're not laying out pretty at all. Any other complaints, Sadie? Well, now that you asked. Okay, here's what you're getting today. You're getting 2 Cardamancy cards. That's like a regular playing deck of cards. We're like using like the Ace of Spades and we're getting a message that way. You're getting a Gypsy Witch and a Forager's playing card, which we're going to look up the Cardamancy things. And a lot of times, I don't know if we get much out of that, but we do it. It's kind of fun. You're going to get a fairy from the Nature's Messages from the Flower Fairies. You're going to get an essential oil from Botanic Whispers. Is that the name of that deck? I want to say Botanic Whispers. Yeah, which I just really, this deck has grown on me, Botanic Whispers, so much. You can find it on Etsy. You're going to get 2 dose. You're going to get 2, what are these called? Earth Magic cards. You're going to get, what is this called? You're going to get an Everyday Miracle card, which is A Course in Miracles. Yes, I still want you to do it with me, but also I know that A Course in Miracles is not for everyone. Then you're going to get an awesome card from Divine Abundance from Tasha Silver, and then we're going to end with an energy activation from Mario Fugue. I'm just making up names. Okay, here we go. Okay. Rusty much? Yes. Have I smelled essential oils of rosemary and lemongrass? Yes. Because I was too lazy to walk to the bathroom and get the lavender? Yes. All right, so your Cardamancy cards that you're getting with the first pile, number 58, if you chose it, is the 9 of Diamonds and the 10 of Hearts. So you're getting the 9 of Diamonds, which actually has a heart on it. It can also be looked at as number 39, which would be 12. And the 10 of Hearts, which has a sweet chestnut. Okay, so before I read these cards, what's written on them, I just want to grab my trusty little printable that we've been using to see what the diamonds are. Diamonds are usually work-related things, hearts, emotions, and home. So the 9 of Diamonds on my printable says, surprises about money, great new business opportunity, restless to change. Like you're ready for change to happen. You're ready to have that $1 million idea. And a little surprise, hopefully good about money. All right, now the 10 of Hearts says, good luck, great happiness. So at this point, I'm real happy for you. All right, now the 9 of Diamonds literally has like a drawing of a medical heart, like something you'd see in an old book, and it says, the heart signifies great joy when near. So there's something in your life that you totally feel good about right now. And I love that it came in with the 10 of Hearts. That means good luck, success, happiness. Sweet chestnut is on this card. It's edible, I believe, and findable and seasonal and recognizable. Sweet chestnut. They're also known as European chestnut. It is an edible nut, but should not be mistaken with the horse chestnut, which is not edible. Sweet chestnuts can be roasted and used in different recipes. They are found in autumn. It's a very timely little card because it's so autumn right now in Pennsylvania. Like, holy crunchy leaves. It just smells so good. Of course, I think it's going to rain tomorrow, so then it's going to get yucky. But for the past few days, it's been so sweet. Sweet chestnut. All right, so good vibes with this first pile, 58, goddess number. angelic number. Like, are you feeling the divine blessings coming in your life? Like, is there stuff to be happy about, joyful about? You can tell what you are joyful about. The heart signifies great joy when near. So when you get this, and sweet chestnuts right now are really abundant. So like you have like maybe a lot of abundance coming in, or a lot of abundance of joy. The things that feel good are definitely rolling in. Your heart is lighting up. All right, let's see if we're right about that. Let's see what fairy comes in. You've got the chrysanthemum white, and she comes in with a message of truth. So yeah, I guess I just asked a question and I instantly got an answer. Like, am I right about this? Yeah, things are going pretty sweet for you. I mean, I would say the energy so far with these cards feels really easy. Like, you have more than enough. You're not falling into lack mentality at all. Like, it's not even coming around as an option. Like, all your needs are being met. You're actually like not surviving. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're out of survival mode. You're in creative mode. You're in lining up with truth mode. You're paying attention to the way things feel and using your intuition to make choices, and your judgment has been good. How do you know that? Because you're happy. Because you're happy. All right, so I love that little chrysanthemum white flower, little fairy standing under it. She's holding onto the stem. Her skirt looks like the frilly chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum, yep, there's my speech impediment. Chrysanthemum petals. It's really sweet. She's like she's just standing beside it. Like, who's supporting who? Is she supporting the flower? Is the flower supporting her? They're both. It's a partnership. So I feel like whatever business venture that your 9 of diamonds was talking about, it's you have a partner in it. Like, you're not doing this alone. You have a lot of support. All right, so is that support with a business partner? Kind of feel like yes, but it could also just be such an amazing alignment with the divine that you're fully supported by spirit. Okay, so let's see what essential oils come in and what issues is going to bring into this cute little reading. All right, so you've got wintergreen. She's kind of got her eyes, she's got really dark green eyeshadow and bright red lips matching the wintergreen bush and berries. And it's about listening, using your senses, and vibration. So I love this because, what did I say? You're using your intuition to make choices, and your judgment has been good. It's been so good. It's been so good. It's been so good because you're being sensitive to the energies, and you're working in energy. You're working in the energy realms. You're cleaning up your vibration. You already did, and now you're tweaking it and milking it. Like, whatever's good, that's what you're focusing on. You're letting your heart light up, and you're noticing that your heart is lit up, and you're saying that you appreciate things, and you're saying that you love things, and you're saying thank you out loud to people, inside, to yourself, to everybody. You're like super grateful. And it's not like you're being obnoxious or having to try to be grateful. Like, you just are now. It's just like who you are. You're just being like that. She says, I listen with an open heart, knowing the hardest things to hear are sometimes needed. If the message is toxic, I simply tune it out. So yeah, like a negative aspects of wintergreen, if you're like, we're having trouble, it would be deafness, insensitive, toxic, like the universe is trying to tell you when something is not in alignment, but you're just like not paying attention to it. But then also, you know, like, what did we talk about? Was it lemongrass? Yeah, lemongrass was talking about like backstabbers. Like, sometimes when people see you in your light of joy and they're still mad at you about something, they will really try to pull the rug and be toxic in your life, try to get you to lower it down and not succeed at being happy. So tune out any discordant energy like that. That is completely unjustified. You know, it's one thing to just be like avoiding something that you need to know, that you need to hear. Like, okay, there's a point where it's like, okay, I needed to hear that. Thank you. You're right. I have been kind of critical and judgmental, and I'm going to, yeah, you're right. I love my life and I'm going to fix that. Okay, that's one thing. But then, like, if someone's totally just being a dipshit dickhead and they're just relentless, you have to tune that out. You have to tune the news out. You have to tune certain things out. Because why? It's toxic. All right, so thank you, wintergreen. That's such a nice smell. It really is. Where do I want to go from here? I want to go over to the earth magic because, like, this started out really positive, but I do feel now like a little something coming in. You know, life ain't perfect. I get it. What is this energy that, like, maybe needs cleaned up, or how can the earth advise you right now? Okay, we've got tsunami and iceberg. See, I fucking knew it, that there was some shit that was lurking. All right, so wintergreen actually maybe was talking about you turning a deaf ear to something that you actually should listen to or be aware of, or like, okay, like, it's like, oh yeah, so that pipe is leaking, but I'm just going to pretend like I don't see it. Well, okay, next thing, your basement's flooded. Like, that really wasn't something to overlook or pretend like you didn't see or know about or ignore and hope that it went away. So the tsunami does come in with a wake-up call. If you don't pay close attention to the vibrations, when it's minor, if you don't clean it up when it's minor, it will get major. So this tsunami's like, she's sort of rolling her eyes at you like, okay, do I have to give you a wake-up call, or could you be sensitive enough to the energy and vibration that you fix it before I have to come in and like plow down your little town and country? So the iceberg supports that too, because it's like the iceberg has a message of submerged, meaning all you see is the tip of the iceberg. Most of the iceberg you do not see because it is underwater. So this wintergreen is saying like the stuff that is under the water, let's make sure that doesn't turn into a tsunami. That's the energy that we're talking about. So only you can know what that is. But now when we go back to the chrysanthemum white fairy with a message of truth, doesn't it seem like she's saying, yeah, are you being truthful to yourself? Are you letting yourself see the truth? So yeah, you can simply tune out stuff if it's toxic, but there is some things that it would behoove you to see it for what it is and do the energy work, or like literal work, like that leaky faucet, you know what I mean? But I think this is more like energetic. Like, okay, if you had a moment where you were like a little bit resentful at your lover for something stupid or whatever, or something little, we'll just call it little. We'll stop being a JB. We'll stop being judgmental. Is it better? And the answer is yes. Is it better to clean it up when it's a little slight irritation within you? Like, talk yourself into a better feeling place right from the frickin' get-go, then let it fester and grow and irritate you more and circle and roll around in your head and grow to something more noticeable. So that's what we're talking, I think the tsunami and the iceberg is saying. Like, one, there could be more to certain situations, and two, some situations don't need to get to being more. Like, you could have prevented this by cleaning up your vibration the first time you saw it, the first time you felt it. And that's becoming ultra hypersensitive to energy, and that is going to align you with your truth so much so fast. And so then when Sweet Chestnut and the 9 of Diamonds and the 10 of Hearts wants you to like begin a new project, you are totally clean. You're totally good, clean slate for building something new, because you're not bringing in any of these teeny little toxic energies that could grow. So if the tsunami needs to bring up your wake-up call, if you're waiting for a wake-up call, this is it. The iceberg just wants you to be aware of things under the surface. And wintergreen wants you to listen to your vibration using all your senses. All right, so what is this called? Divine Abundance. I'm so into Tasha Silver this week. I've ordered 3 of her books, got her deck. I don't know, and I don't know where she's been in my life, but then I read her introduction. She's totally my sister, friend, whatever, another me. And she's even mentioned Florence Scovel Shinn, Flossie, my friend Flossie. It's funny how things come into your life and you're like, oh my God. All right. So the card that you got is Right Action. And she's real cute. If the chrysanthemum white fairy had a little elfish friend, it would be this little lady, this little blue lady with right action. And it says, aparigraha literally means, it's a fancy, probably Indian word, aparigraha literally means let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. So yeah, this sensitivity to your energy now. If it's not a match, let it go. And if it wants to come into your life because it's right, welcome it. Really simple, but it totally goes with this whole message with this first pile of 58, that it is time for you to become more in tune to your personal vibration and the energy around you. All right, so your Course in Miracles card says, and God himself shall wipe away all tears. So all of these things that have maybe been toxic in your life or slightly tortured you, and that you've maybe repressed like the iceberg and kept it deep down in your depths of emotional waters, it wants to go. Okay? It's time for it to go. If it doesn't feel good, you need to release it and let it go. So the things that don't feel good actually want to leave you. So release them. You do not walk alone. So that goes back to that chrysanthemum little fairy standing by that stalk, and I was feeling like you're fully supported. This card also says you do not walk alone. God's angels hover near and all about. So remember, 5 plus 8 is 13, and 1 plus 3 is 4. It is definitely an angelic number. His love surrounds you, and all of this be sure that I, Jesus, will never leave you comfortless. So yeah, pretty Jesus-y card there. But it's just know that you really are fully supported. So whatever it is that this tsunami and iceberg want to get rid of, and God himself shall wipe away all tears. I just don't want you to have a wake-up call from the energy of a tsunami. But if that's what it takes to release what has been submerged, that the iceberg is talking about, that's ready to leave, and you've been turning a deaf ear to it, pretending like it doesn't exist, but it actually does, and it's time to be dealt with. And why do you want to do this? Because Sweet Chestnut and the 9 of Diamonds is ready to bring blessings to you. Yeah, you're fully supported to move ahead in your life, but you do have to take responsibility and clean up whatever this is. All right, to end here though for you, you've got action. Oh my God, your card that we're ending with is also action. So you've got right action. You've got all this energy of the tsunami, and now you're ending with action. So you do have to do something. It could just be energetically, it could be journaling, it could be releasing, it could be meditating, it could be contemplating, it could be crying, definitely crying. Oh my God, yes. Yeah. Yep. Think about all the water in the iceberg and the tsunami. And God himself shall wipe away all tears. It's time to let everything that wants to go, go. And everything that wants to come, come. Action. My divine action incites love and harmony. I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desire to manifest light transforms tests into growth, challenge into opportunity, and fear into love. And so it is. Okay, well, I gotta tell you, that felt really good to read some cards and sit with some things. Woo! I should do this more often. Like, I literally was like dog tired before I started this, and it's just so amazing how, like, when you allow the energy to flow within you, like, you get more energy within you. I know that was such a dumb statement, but I'll say it again because it was actually exactly what I wanted to say. When you allow more energy to flow within you, you get more energy within you. Like, people who are like, I'm too tired. Bitch, move your ass. You'll have more energy. Okay. And by bitch, I'm in my mind, I'm seeing more men say this than women. Because in my experience, like, women know how to be the Energizer Bunny, but men really don't. I'm seeing this. All right, you guys. And now, as I say you guys, I'm seeing my witches and bitches. All right, I love you. We're on the middle pile. This is the one that I thought maybe might be my pile, but of course, they're all for me. I know this. I just pretend to be doing them for you, but they're for me. Okay, 96. Cardamancy cards. The Gypsy Witch brought in the Queen of Diamonds, and the Forager, holy shit, the Forager card brought in the Four of Spades, which is Satan's bolete, or bolete. I don't know, it's a friggin' little mushroom. Not impressive. Mushrooms are so phallic to me. Yeah, I would not be satisfied with that little guy. Saint, I would be like, no. But it's the Four of Diamonds. This is the only poisonous boletus, Boletus. When raw, it is strongly poisonous. Even small doses cause vomiting, dehydration, and general innervation. After cooking, it is essentially harmless, although picking it is still not recommended. All right, it's coming in with the Queen of Diamonds that has a picture of children on the bottom. Children signify friendly disposition, gentleness. We'll see about that. All right, so that Four of Spades could be talking about illness. Very interesting that they put a poisonous mushroom on the Four of Spades. Did this person know about cardamancy, or is that just a freaking fun synchronicity? Could be business and money worries going on, broken promises, like, sorry to be like such a pervert, but like when somebody false advertises and like they're just not who they said they were, like they were all like, yeah, I'm the man, but then they end up just having Satan's bolete. Feel me? False advertising could totally be broken promises. Like, what was all that talk about? Like, you're not delivering at all. And now maybe you got some business and money worries, illness, with this poisonous little mushroom. All right, the Queen of Diamonds woman who loves to party and gossip. Flirty, light blonde woman. So, is your broken promises by this woman, or are you that woman? Are you the woman who loves to party and gossip? Little bit of imbalance of energy. It's gotten a little bit out of hand. But the Queen of Diamonds here is coming in with children, signifying friendly disposition, gentleness. So, I'm not sure what I think about that. Flirty, light blonde woman. All right. I don't have to think anything more about it, is what I'm feeling. You decide. Okay. Moving on to your fairy. You got the Tulip, a declaration of love. So this feels pretty good. The Tulip is cute. She's holding a closed one. She's coming out of an open one. A declaration of love. So I like this now more with the Queen of Diamonds, which is also number 12 on the card. Children signify friendly disposition and gentleness. Even the Satan's mushroom now doesn't seem so bad. Just cook it. Just cook it. It'll be essentially harmless. So can people change? Declaration of love coming in with this fairy. Like, can people change? Could you have been that woman who loves to party and flirt and you're kind of poisonous when raw and whatever, but now you're feeling more love in your life? It is 96. Yeah, pretty much everyone who graduated the class of 96 is a whore. Y'all love to party. I know you did. But now look at you. Sweet maternal energy, Queen of Diamonds seems sweeter now with all these sweet children around her. All right, let's see what essential oil you got. Cypress. Coming in with the energy of grief. In times of grief, I allow my sadness to be eased by the understanding that love lives on beyond the transition of death. So did you lose someone? Maybe not. Maybe they did not eat this mushroom, but like it is a poisonous mushroom. Did you lose a child? That would be inconsolable sorrow that Cypress could be bringing in a negative way. If whichever your grief is, Cypress is bringing in the energy of transition and comfort and solace. It's recognizing your moment. 9 plus 6 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. Definitely matters of the heart with this pile. Yeah, I'm not really feeling like it's mine so much, but as I'm saying those words, yes, it fucking is mine. Yes, it is my pile. So 2 of my children, my daughters, like, you know, if you're even familiar with what has occurred this year in my personal life, they have really been so disconnected from me. We'll say that I do grieve them. I miss them. You know, like I long for my little children and they're long gone at this point. And yeah, I've definitely had to go through grief. It's like they're still alive, but according to them, I'm like dead to them. That like they despise me so much currently. I feel like I could die as their mother and they wouldn't give a shit. Yeah, things are not good in that department in my life. So yeah, keep us on your prayer list for sure. But yet at the same time, what is it teaching me? It don't matter how much my teenagers hate me. I still will love them forever unconditionally because I'm their mother. So it's like, what a practice to send someone love that is not going to return a drop of it. It totally hard. Definitely hard. But it's made me more unconditionally loving in that Mother Mary kind of way. Like, oh, well, I still love you. I still love you lots. All right, let's see what Earth Magic has to say. New moon, promise, and dream time, creation. So it's interesting that we got new moon, promise, because the Four of Spades was kind of talking about broken promises. And then like here, the new moon has a message of promise. There's a couple sitting on a bench looking at a sunset or whatever at the lake, holding each other. So can you move this transition through grief into the new moon energy, into the dream time energy of creation? So yeah, I feel like we're just supposed to acknowledge the sadness or the grief, the sorrow, the letdown, the broken promises. But Tulip comes in with that declaration of love that helps Cypress move us through the grief, that comforts us and transitions us into the new moon energy of promise. Okay, yes, there were some broken promises, but now the things that were initially promised to you are here, and it's exciting because the energy of Dreamtime allows the energy of the universe, source, God, whatever, to flow through you and your big old didgeridoo, and flow out and birth creation, birth the dream, birth the reality that you want, something that feels better, that feels more gentle, that feels less poisonous. Whoa. I'm going to just go right up into the Course in Miracles quote that says, "The Holy Christ is born in me today." So if you have been literally broken open through the experience of grief, yeah, this new moon, this new promise, this creation, this new light is Christed light. The Holy Christ is born in me today. The sight of Christ is all there is to see. That really ties in Tulip with the declaration of love. Like if you weren't comfortable with Christed energy yet, you could literally say the sight of love is all there is to see. The song of love is all there is to hear. The hand of love is all there is to hold. There is no journey but to walk with love. So I just took out the masculine name of Christ and him and just used love. Like, love is all there is. The sight of Christ is all there is to see. Christ is love. Love is Christ. That Christed energy, that Christed consciousness, which is what you will be moving into once you work through this ego stuff, that's all there's going to be for you to see. It's going to be the miracle you need. It's all there's going to be for you to hear. That's all there's going to be for you to hold and walk with. So that's pretty cool. I feel like it's a little bit far off for you maybe right now. Like it's something to think about, but like not quite tangible. So maybe you are still transitioning through the grief. But when you make that declaration of love, the holy love is born in me today. You become unconditional loving. Love is all you see. Love is all you hear. Love is all you hold in your heart. Every step that you take in this life is filled with love. Because that is who you are. That is what you have decided to create. That is what has been promised to you. So declare now, I am love. I am light. I am truth. I am. Your divine abundance is like, I think is that Shiva or Krishna? I cannot tell which one. It's a statue, and he has a message of letting go. I think it's Krishna, but it could be Shiva. Letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. So yeah, I would definitely relate to this personally. Yeah, out of control, insane. I cannot believe my relationship with my offspring has gotten like this. It's out of control. Yeah. Absolutely. It was definitely influenced, but nonetheless, it is what it is, and I need to hand it over to God because there's like nothing, I can't fix it, apparently. But I can safely let go and let God take care of it. God will hold it all. Yep, everything is indeed out of control. This grief, out of control. Just, it feels out of control for you, maybe. Let it go. Let it go and make that declaration of love. It's interesting how, like, sometimes the energy flows in really, really fast, like with messages. But like with these cards, even though there's Dreamtime Creation and a didgeridoo and like all these colorful creatures in this card, there is so much stillness in every single one of these cards. Like the Indigenous Australian man is standing like in a yoga pose, like tree. So he's standing on one leg. He's creating, but he's not moving. The man and woman watching the sunset under the new moon, they're sitting, holding each other. Cypress, she's got her eyes closed and her hands on her heart space. Shiva or Krishna or whatever that dude is, he is meditating, sitting cross-legged with his hands on top of each other. He is not moving. That's Satan's bole mushroom, not moving. The children playing under the Queen of Diamonds, sitting, gently playing, gently. The little fairy too, like she looks like she wants to like be offering a tulip, but she's still connected to the flowers. Like everything's very still. The Holy Christ is born to me today. The sunlight's coming in through those leaves. Seems very still. Very still. In your activation, your card is the path to light. Yeah, so there's definitely a message that's saying you've got to let go. You've got to give it to God. You've got to sit. You've got to understand that you are love. That's what you want to emanate. That's what you want to tap into. This is your new path. This is your new creation. The path to light. I make the conscious choice to move toward the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strengths by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. So be it. Yeah, so there you have it, 96. You got to extend light to everybody unconditionally, love to everybody unconditionally, let go of everything, just declare your love, acceptance, yeah. All right, you ready for the last pile? Like, I feel like we could have just sat for a real long time with those cards. Like, that's kind of what they want us to be doing. Sitting with where we are, and in that moment, in that space, we can create everything that we are ready for, or that God is ready for us to do. Spirit is ready to flow through us. It's not even about like what our ego minds want anymore, is it? It's more like, what does creation want to bring through me now? Like, let me just be the instrument. Let me just be the vessel and instrument for love to flow through. That's really the only way to create at this point. Like, why would we waste our time doing anything else other than that? All right, here we go. 89, it's your turn. Okay, 89, thanks for being so patient. Wow. I'm just having some water in a mason jar, but I've been putting a packet of stevia in it, and I just call it sweet water. Trying to break up with sugar. Mm-hmm. 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 Your gypsy witch is bringing in the 7 of diamonds, and your forager is bringing in the 9 of hearts with the maple seed. Ooh, you know the little air helicopters, the little helicopter things, seeds? Yeah, maple seeds. Now the 7 of diamonds has fire. Fire, there's fire on it. Maple to me is very abundant. Like it has a message of abundance. What was 89? 8 plus 9 is 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. Yeah, I don't have too many like things where like I totally think of with the number 8. Infinite abundance perhaps coming in with the message with the maple seed. Let's see. All right, the 7 of diamonds has the fire on it. It says flames on the hearth indicate good fortune and neutralizes the evil of near lying unlucky cards and increases the value of lucky ones. Okay, great. So we'll use it as an increase to the maple abundance. Infinite abundance. Who's with me? So, and that is, of course, the name of the deck that we're using today, too. All right. Maple seeds show great design to fulfill the needs for the maple trees to reproduce. The very complex design of the maple seed allows it to begin its helicopter auto rotation almost the instant it is released from the tree. So it has a fighting chance to get far away enough from the parent tree and grow. All right, let us look. So we've got diamonds and hearts. We got the 7 of diamonds, surprise gift, setbacks at work. The 9 of hearts, wishes and dreams come true. So yeah, plus you got the energy of fire amplifying the energy of the maple seed abundance. So I feel like good with this one. Let's see what fairy we've got. Rudbecca, which is basically black-eyed Susan or brown-eyed Susan. She has a message of justice. Little yellow fairy with her hands out, palms up. Rudbecca. Justice. So surprise, you're going to get the money that is lawfully yours, that belongs to you, that is rightfully yours. The money that belongs to me will find me. The abundance that is rightfully mine, that belongs to me, will find me. So I like that. I like that 89, remember, had the yellow border. And now we have a little yellow fairy. We've got yellow in the fire. Yes. Brightness, surprises, happiness, sunshine, positive outlook. Positive outlook, not because you're just like hoping and wishing for the best, but literally because you believe that if something is yours, the natural justice of the universe and just the fact that you're a vibrational match to it and it belongs to you, it will be yours. Okay, let's see what kind of essential oil we've got. Patchouli. Patchouli has action, prosperity, and fertility. So yeah, this really is a very abundant, vibing layout so far. And in a way that it's like, good things belong to me. Surprises belong to me. This is what patchouli says, literally. I choose rich, fertile soil to plant the seeds of my desires in, resulting in an abundant harvest. So we've got an abundance. Look how much abundance, like everything. Maple seeds, fire, yeah, that can get abundant real quick. Rudbecca, which is black-eyed Susans, they will try to take over wherever they're growing, very abundant. And Patchouli's coming in with prosperity and fertility. So now is not the time that you should be feeling lazy, poor, and barren. I feel like you're like, listen, I've planted my seeds, my dream seeds, my wishes, things that I want, and being a child of God, of the universe, of Source, it's all entitled to me, It really is. Abundance is my nature because I am abundant. I am abundance. So I got this Tasha Silver book that's it's called It's Not My Money, It's Not Your Money or something. And the whole point of it is it's not yours. It's it's Source's, it's the universe. You're just the vessel that it flows. So if it's supposed to be mine, I will receive it. If it's not mine, I don't want it. So we put our hands out in a balance, like a justice scale, hey, if it's mine, then I'll get it. If it's not mine, then I don't want it. I only want what is rightfully mine. And knowing that I am abundant, I am abundance. I know that I've sown the seeds and I will have an abundant harvest. I know it's coming to me. I know it will arrive in the perfect timing. Okie doke. Let's see what the Earth Magic thinks about all that. We've got Whale and we've got Gaia. So we've got Breach and we've got Nurturing. So Gaia is abundant. Whales are abundant because they're ginormous. But Whale comes in with a message of breach. The whale's up out of the water, in the air. So it's kind of like tapping into a space where it doesn't normally reside, but it does so confidently. It's like taking action to have some fun. It's taking action to explore the realms that aren't its everyday thing. So I would say, just like the maple seed tries to fly away from its parent tree, I would say go just to as far as you can go, a little bit out of your comfort zone. I'm using quotes. Maybe it's not in your comfort zone to have complete faith and perfect faith that you will be taken care of and abundance will find you. Maybe that's a little bit up in the air for you, a little far reaching. But you could try it. Just like the whale, you'll go back pretty quick into what you know. Splash and back into the ocean. But for a while, you could think things and say things that are a little bit... It's an extension. It's extending what you maybe believe. But you could try it. You could definitely try it. All right. Gaia's saying, yeah, you could definitely try it. She's here to nurture you and be like, look how freaking abundant I am. There is more than enough resources on this planet to take care of everyone. There's more than enough food, enough water. There's enough of everything to take care of everyone so that everyone's living an abundant, beautiful life. It can be, but myself I crucify. So this is our Course in Miracles thing. So when we think in lack, and as Patchouli was saying, lazy, barren, poor, lack mentality, it can be, but myself I crucify. Everything I need is here. Gaia is abundant. The earth wants to take care of me. Mother Nature wants to take care of me. There's more than enough. But when I start thinking and worrying and thinking that I am unlucky or riches don't come to me or I'm not prosperous or boy, I just got screwed out of that money or whatever, I'm only crucifying myself like that. You have no idea of the tremendous release and deep peace that comes from meeting yourself and your brothers totally without judgment. So I feel like this is just encouraging us to be generous, be confident in our abundance, understand that the earth wants to take care of us on all levels, and yeah, really feeling prosperity as who we are, because source is always flowing through us and we are source energy beings. And that really is going to allow us to live our lives like the whale, not be afraid to jump out of the ocean and splash back down. We're going to be held. We're going to be nurtured. It's going to catch us. It's going to be fun. Yeah. I just had to sit with that for a second. Our divine abundance is love. All right, so it says, divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. This is exactly what she talks about. So, since we were talking about money, you don't need to look to anyone for money, or abundance or prosperity. You are abundance. It just is. Divine source will take care of you. God will take care of you. The earth will take care of you. Quit thinking lack mentality. Quit looking as your spouse as your financial savior. Only love itself, only source itself, only God itself will take care of you, truly. So very interesting. I hope you're getting it. I'm trying to absorb it because I totally have abundance blocks, if you will. But the fire from the Seven of Diamonds really wants to amplify the abundance in the maple seeds and the fact that you deserve it, says the Black-Eyed Susan. Justice, it is yours. It is yours. Patchouli's yes, yes, prosperity, fertility, abundant harvest, fertile soil. Yes, yes, the whale says, yes, yes, go for it. Breach, jump up, go for it, splash, that was fun. Gaia's I love you, honey. I have everything you need here. You want more? More. You had enough? Content. Share, be generous. Love. Love literally comes in. A message for us to stop judging everything. Stop judging your prosperity. Stop judging your abundance. Stop judging your brothers. Stop judging yourself. Rely on divine source, God, love, all that is for what you need. Know that it's going to flow through you because that's how it works. And we end with wisdom. God has a plan for me. I live here, now, knowing beauty is to come. I don't force things to happen faster than the universe has decided for me. I learn from my experiences, take small steps in faith, and succeed, thanks to all my efforts. And so it is. And so I will have perfect faith that the universe is bringing everything to me when the time is right. Wow, really good reminders today in a really chill, very freaking chill way. So anyways, thank you. Could we just let divine abundance flow through us? Could we just give everything over to God? Could we just tweak our vibration to the point where everything is so friggin' sweet? I think yes, you guys. I think yes. So definitely make that declaration of love today and say yes, yes,